Some of the most popular baby products are sold with this idea that they help babies to sit, stand, or walk sooner or better. But that's not always what's happening. A baby jumper can make your baby look like they're strengthening their legs. A baby floor seat can make it look like they're sitting much more upright. And an exerciser can make it look like they're practicing standing. But the real question is, how much of the work is your baby actually doing on their own, and how much is the equipment doing for your baby? In this video, I'm breaking down 5 baby equipment myths parents still believe and what I would do instead as a pediatric physical therapist with over 25 years of experience. Before we get into myth number 1, if you want an easy way to keep track of what your baby should be working on from month to month, I created a free baby milestone checklist for babies from birth to 12 months. I'm going to put the link right at the top of the description so you can download it and keep it as a reference. Myth number 1, a baby jumper swing strengthens your baby's legs. Not true. I understand why parents believe this to be true, and they ask me this question all the time. You put your baby in a baby jumper swing, baby starts bouncing up and down, those legs are pumping like crazy, and it certainly looks like a baby workout. But movement does not automatically mean your baby is practicing the skill they need for standing and walking. The jumper is supporting your baby's trunk and helping hold your baby's body upright. So baby doesn't have to control their balance the same way it would if baby were standing at your couch or not a piece of furniture. And depending on how the jumper is adjusted, you may also see your baby repeatedly pushing through their toes instead of learning to put their whole foot flat on the ground and control their body weight through their hips, their knees, and their ankles. So I'm not saying that bouncing a few times somehow ruins your baby's development. What I am saying is, don't confuse bouncing with standing practice or strengthening of their legs. If I want to help a baby build stronger legs, I'd rather have them working on the floor, moving from kneeling, pulling up to stand using the furniture, squatting to pick up a toy, and eventually cruising side to side using your couch for support. Myth number 2 is that baby walkers somehow help your baby to walk better or sooner. But if you notice the way his legs are, he's really just pushing his body weight back and forth. He's not forced to balance his body at all. And so the walker is doing much of the work for him. Myth number 3, a baby floor seat teaches your baby to sit. This may be one of my favorite myths because the difference is so easy to see. If I put your baby into a baby floor seat and the seat holds your baby upright, your baby is sitting in a seat. That does not necessarily mean that your baby is learning how to sit independently, especially if the seat comes all the way up under your baby's arms and supports most of your baby's trunk. Learning how to sit requires your baby to control their head and trunk, shift their weight, reach for toys without falling over, put a hand down when they lose their balance, and eventually move into and out of sitting themselves. That little wobble you see when your baby is sitting on the floor, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's baby learning how to control their body in space. If the seat removes all of that wobbling and holds baby in one fixed position, the baby gets fewer opportunities to practice those balance reactions. So if your baby is learning to sit, I'd rather put them on a floor on a safe surface, sit close enough that you can catch them, put some toys around them, and let them start figuring out how to control their own body in space. Myth number 4, an exersaucer is good standing practice. Now this one requires a little bit of nuance because an exersaucer is different from a wheeled baby walker. A stationary activity center can absolutely be a convenient place for baby to play for a short period of time. And the American Academy of Pediatrics considers stationary activity centers as a safer alternative to those mobile walkers, especially the sit-in ones with the wheels. But safer does not automatically mean that it's the best way to teach your baby standing. Inside an exersaucer, the equipment surrounds them and provides the support. Baby can play with the toys, turn around, bounce a little bit, and bear some of their body weight through their legs, but they're still different from standing at your couch. So I look at an Exersaucer primarily as an entertainment and a temporary place to put your baby, not as a substitute for actual standing practice. Myth number 5. If my baby is moving in a baby bouncer, they're getting developmental exercise. Your baby may kick like crazy in a baby bouncer. They may reach for toys, smile, laugh, and absolutely love being there. And there is nothing wrong with acknowledging that equipment can be convenient and entertaining. But entertainment and developmental practice are not the same thing. When your baby is lying or reclining in a baby bouncer, the seat is their body. Compare that with putting your baby on the floor where they have the opportunity to turn their head, reach across their body, kick freely, roll onto their side, push up on their tummy, and eventually start moving from one position into another position. Those transitions are a huge part of baby's development. Their general recommendation is to limit time in walkers, bouncers, and seats to just 15 minutes per day rather than relying on them for long stretches. And that's one more important point with baby bouncers. If your baby falls asleep in one, move them to an appropriate, firm, flat sleep surface. The American Academy of Pediatrics says bouncers, swings, and similar recline products are for awake play, not routine sleep. So after all these 5 minutes, here's the question I want you to remember. Don't ask whether the equipment makes your baby look like they're doing the milestone. Ask how much of the movement your baby is actually controlling and doing themselves. I'm not telling you that every piece of equipment has to disappear from your house. Parents need places to safely put their babies down. Sometimes you need 10 minutes to yourself to make a cup of coffee. I just don't want you buying a baby jumper swing because you think it's going to build stronger legs. Putting your baby into a baby floor seat because you think the seat is teaching sitting. Or treating an Exersaucer like physical therapy. Use equipment as equipment. Let movement practice happen where your baby can actually move, which is down on the floor. And if you haven't already downloaded your free Baby Master PT Milestone checklist, the link is right at the top of the description. It covers development from birth through 12 months and gives you an easy reference for the skills your baby should be working on. I get it. Now you may be thinking, okay, Charek, if I'm supposed to rely less on all this equipment, what should I actually be doing with my baby instead? That's exactly what I want to show you next. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple floor activities I would choose over baby equipment to help your baby practice controlling their own body in space, building strength, and working towards their milestones. Click that video right here, and I'll see you over there.